Alright, hi guys! So today we're going to read Madeline by Ludwig Bemelmans. But before we do, I need to go over a few vocab words. The first word we're going to go over is appendix. Does anybody know what an appendix is? That's right, it is located. Yep, it is a body part. Do you know where it's located? It's going to be in the lower right side of your stomach. Great job. Okay, have you heard of the word disaster maybe? Yes, yeah, we do use disaster a lot for like natural disasters, right? For like volcanoes, tsunamis, and those things are all kind of bad, right? This bad outcome. So disaster is going to be a sudden event with a bad outcome. Okay, and then the word solemn. That one's a little trickier. Okay. Yeah. Another word for solemn is going to be serious. So it just means to be serious about something. Like, you know, he was being serious. Alright, and then before we get started, I do want to go through the pictures and keep the vocab words in the back of your mind and kind of get an idea of what the story might be about through the pictures and the vocab words that we went over. So on the first page, we do see, maybe an adult and some kids, not really sure of their genders. And then we see the Eiffel Tower, so that means that they might be where? Paris, right? And do you know where Paris is located? That's right, it's in France. Okay, so let's go through the pictures a little bit. Maybe get a better idea. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to look at this one first. The girls are kind of all eating together and sleeping together. So maybe they're, sisters. Maybe they're in an orphanage. They could be at a school. And this lady, she looks like she's in charge. She knows what she's talking about, right? She knows what she's doing. Okay, let's see here. And then we're going to look at this one next. You kind of see one of the girls in a little bed in her pajamas. Where do you think she might be? Yeah, she's in the hospital. That's what it looks like, right? All right, let's go through it. Let's actually read the book. Keep those ideas in the back of your head. Maybe as we go on and read the book, your ideas will change. Maybe they'll stay the same. Maybe you're right. So let's just go ahead and read it. Give me just a second here. Okay. In an old house in Paris that was covered in vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines they broke their bread and brushed their teeth and went to bed. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. And sometimes they were very sad. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or in shine. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter snow and ice. I don't like ice. I don't know about you guys. To the tiger of the zoo, Madeline just said poo-poo. Is there anything that you guys are scared of? I'm scared of spiders too. I agree with you on that one. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clabell. In the middle of one night, Miss Clabell turned on her light and said, "Something is not right." Little Madeline sat in bed and cried, and her eyes were red. And soon after Dr. Kahn came, he rushed to the phone. "Nurse," he said, it's an appendix." Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in his arms in a blanket, safe and warm. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. What kind of room could she be in? Yeah, probably a hospital, right? Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed there was a crank, and a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. Outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. One nice morning, Miss Clabell said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" Visitors from 2 to 4 read a sign outside her door. Tiptoeing with solemn faces, with some flowers in a vase. In they walked, and they said, "Ah," when they saw the toys and candy in the dollhouse from Papa. But the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach was a scar. "Goodbye," they said. "We'll come again," and the little girls left in the rain, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." And afraid of a disaster, she ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." And all the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo, we want our appendix out too." "All right. Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well. And now go to sleep," said Miss Clavel. And she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. That was silly, right? Okay. Why would you want a scar? Like, why would you want to have your appendix out when you've seen that scar and stuff? Maybe they were persuaded by the candy. Do any of you have a visible scar? I think I already asked that one, right? You do? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I have one on my forehead. I know. So would visiting the hospital scare you guys? Do you think that'd be something that you might be afraid of? It can be a little intimidating, right? No, for sure. I agree. So for our little activity today, I'm going to have you guys grab a piece of pen and paper, and we're going to write like a little poem. You notice how like all of the words are rhyming in there, and like they all kind of flow together. We're going to write a little poem of our own. It can be any kind of poem that you want. It just needs to be 6 lines, and I do kind of want it to be about like an experience where maybe you guys wanted to do something just because your friends were, even if it was kind of silly, like just because you kind of seen something that they got, or you just wanted to do it because they were. So I just want you guys to write something about that. You know, you can do any form of a poem. Just make it 6 lines. Yeah, all right, that's going to be today's activity. And then maybe we can share next time, right? All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day.